Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Hundreds of students across the Southwest take the bus to school on a daily basis. And now the Chinook School Division has struck a deal with Rilling Bus Ltd. As the city of Swift Current plans for future growth, it's embarking on a master plan for local parks and recreational facilities. As we look forward to the arrival of spring and milder temperatures, potholes are a common occurrence on local streets. And according to city officials, the winter weather plays a key factor in overall road conditions. Thanks for joining us here today. Starting this fall, the Chinook School Division will take over the operation of all school buses across the region. We have more in today's top story. Hundreds of students across the Southwest take the bus to school on a daily basis. And now the Chinook School Division has struck a deal with Rilling Bus Ltd. to take over its entire fleet within Swift Current city limits.
So we had a provider, Rilling, who is going to retire from the transportation business. And so our board and our senior administration, we put together a business case, and we're going to purchase the equipment, and we're going to assume the transportation, the operation of that equipment. 22 buses, and we provide the transportation for Chinook students and Holy Trinity students. So we'll continue to do that in partnership with Holy Trinity with this equipment we're going to purchase through Rilling.
McIntyre adds that the deal valued at $1.8 million with Rilling will come at a cost to Chinook, with overall long-term benefits.
Had to get approval from the ministry, and we borrowed the money, and we're going to finance that over a 6-year period. Yeah, it's saving money, about $300,000 a year, because I mean that was an annual expense we had for transportation, and so really our annual expense is going to be lessened a little bit, and it's going to look more like a payment to the bank.
And as far as the rural students across the Southwest, it will be business as usual, as Chinook already operates its own fleet of buses covering 119 routes. The Chinook School Division will officially take over the City of Swift Current school bus routes this fall, also incorporating the 26 bus drivers formerly employed by Rilling.
We are beaming to you from Swift Current, beaming with pride.
As the City of Swift Current embarks on a 10-year master plan, it's asking for your input on local parks and recreation. As the City of Swift Current plans for future growth, it's embarking on a master plan for local parks and recreational facilities. Consultants with urban systems were recently in Swift Current, touring the city's recreational facilities and meeting one-on-one with various stakeholders, getting their input into the concept for the master plan. Catherine Barris is one of the consultants from Vancouver and explains the benefits of a community planning for its future.
We believe in the benefits of recreation parks and culture, and these are really well researched these days. So you can go online to something called the Benefits Hub at the Canadian Parks and Recreation Association, and it has lots of studies that have been done on the benefits. So the benefits are economic because they bring people to the community, they bring tourist dollars to the community. They're environmental because parks help to protect important green spaces and environmentally sensitive areas. They're socially important. There are huge cultural benefits of having a rich culture in a community.
And as the information is compiled from these public forums, it'll help the city in making sound decisions down the road for recreational facilities on the wish list near the Cypress Regional Hospital and that of other areas of the community.
So what this is kind of doing is reevaluating that, what the community needs still wants. We still have those schematics ready, so if we ever receive funding, we're able to move forward and work on that process. So we're still excited about that venture and moving forward. But this is also for our new areas of development. Do people want to see more trails? Would they like to see more recreation or cultural programming that will engage their families more? So kind of just a little bit more too on the local neighborhood communities. What do you want to see in that area? Where do you want to see us focusing our attention and resources to?
The City of Swift Current is asking for your input, and you can take the survey online until April the 11th. Then all the information collected from the online survey and the public meetings will be put together in a report and later presented to City Council, at which time a master plan will be unveiled to the community as a whole. Potholes are a sure sign of spring, and city crews are prepared to tackle the issue. As we look forward to the arrival of spring and milder temperatures, potholes are a common occurrence on local streets. And according to city officials, the winter weather plays a key factor in overall road conditions.
It's always the freeze thaw, so we're looking at some warm temperatures again. Maybe it'll right around the 0 point. If it gets above 0 and we get into the +5 or +7, that has a major impact on the roads. That freeze thaw cycle is really hard on the pavement, and we experience a lot of potholes. So we've had some of that already this year. So we were out earlier patching potholes, and we expect we'll be doing that some more as spring comes along.
In the coming weeks, as more potholes come to light, city crews will be applying a temporary cold granular fill. And then once temperatures warm up for good, a hot mix of asphalt will be used to address all the issues. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.